Hey there, language learners. Welcome back to another episode of Fluent English, the podcast where we keep things real, simple, and most importantly, fun. I'm Alex, your English coach and podcast buddy, and today we're doing something a little different and a lot more fun. Now, let me ask you, and have you ever studied a list of vocabulary words and thought, okay, but will I ever actually use these words in real life? I feel you. That's why today we're diving into real B2 level words that are not only useful, but also show up in real conversations, job interviews, emails, Netflix dramas, you name it. We're going to learn what they mean, how to pronounce them, how to use them like a native speaker, and I'll share real life examples and a little bit of humor too. Because who said learning English has to be boring? All right, get your tea, your notebook, or just your good vibes ready, and let's go. All right, our first word today is a juicy one. Inevitable. Inevitable. It means something that is going to happen no matter what. It's unavoidable. For example, with all that junk food and no exercise, weight gain was inevitable. Let me tell you a quick real story. Last week I left my laundry outside. It looked cloudy, but I thought, nah, I'll risk it. Well, 5 hours later, yep, it rained. My clothes? Completely soaked. Getting soaked? Yep, totally inevitable. Use the word inevitable when you're talking about something that was bound to happen, something you couldn't avoid. For example, if you skip sleep before an exam, well, stress is inevitable. Let's say it again, inevitable. Use it today. Try telling a friend, honestly, this was inevitable. Word number 2 is justify. To justify something means to give a good reason for it. He tried to justify his lateness by blaming the bus. Now listen, we all justify things, especially when we know we're kinda guilty. Last weekend, I ate a giant piece of chocolate cake at midnight. My justification? I've been working so hard. I deserve this. Here's a real life tip. In business, people often justify their spending by talking about something called return on investment, or ROI for short. It simply means, did we get more back than what we spent? For example, we spent $1,000 on advertising, but it brought in $10,000 in sales. That's a huge return, so of course it's totally justified. So justified means it makes sense or was worth it. So when someone says it's justified, they mean it was a smart move or a good decision. Here's a fun one you can use in real life, especially when you're joking around with friends. Let's say someone asks you, why did you buy another pair of shoes? You can smile and say, I don't need to justify greatness. Now, our next word is significant. This word means important or big enough to make a difference. Yeah, there was a significant improvement in her grades. Let me give you a real example from my own life. When I started walking every morning, just 20 minutes a day, I noticed a significant change in my energy and my mood. Like I didn't want to scream at my alarm clock anymore. Significant is great for work and school. You can say, there's been a significant increase in productivity since we changed the schedule. Powerful word, right? Use it. It makes you sound smart and clear. Word number 4 is maintain. This one is super practical. Maintain. It means to keep something going, especially at the same level or in good condition. Here's an example with the word maintain. He tries to maintain a positive attitude at work. That means he puts in effort to stay positive, even when things might be stressful. Listen, we can all achieve something once, but maintaining it, that's the real challenge. Like getting in shape is great, but maintaining that shape? Now that's a full-time job. Success is easy to taste, but hard to keep. Here's something that actually happened to me. I maintain my plants by watering them every Sunday. And if I miss a Sunday, trust me, my plants look at me like, man, really? So whether it's friendships, fitness, or finances, maintenance matters. Word number 5 is tendency. Now let's talk about our habits, or should I say our tendencies. A tendency is something you often do, even without realizing it. Here's an example using the word tendency. He has a tendency to overthink everything. Okay, I admit it. That's totally me sometimes. I have a tendency to start cleaning when I'm supposed to be working. Suddenly I'm like, why not organize my socks? Here's a real life example. People have a tendency to check their phones the moment they wake up. Are you guilty of that too? Because I am. It's such a common habit, right? Say it with me. Tendency. What's yours? What do you tend to do without even thinking? Checking your phone? Skipping breakfast? Because really, we all have one. Word number 6 is revealing. Ooh, now here's a fun one. Revealing. It means showing something that was hidden or unknown. Example sentence. Her face was very revealing. You could tell she was upset. We all have revealing moments. Like when you say, I'm fine, but your eyes are like, I'm about to cry in the shower. That face? Very revealing. Here's a real life example. Let's just say I watched a revealing documentary about fast food. I didn't eat fries for 3 weeks after that. It seriously made me think twice. So remember, revealing doesn't always mean clothes. It can mean expressions, information, anything that shows the truth. Word number 7 is emphasize. To emphasize means to highlight something, to say it louder or stronger, not always with volume, but with meaning to stress a point. Example sentence. She emphasized the importance of arriving on time. You know what I always emphasize? Sleep, chocolate, and kindness, in that order. Real life tip. In meetings, people emphasize ideas by repeating them, slowing down, or using hand gestures. It's a communication tool. So next time you want to make a point, emphasize it. Wrap-up time. Wow, you did it! We covered 7 awesome real-life useful English words today. Let's recap them together just once more. Inevitable, justify. Significant, maintain. Tendency, revealing. And emphasize. Now, here's your challenge. Pick 3 of these words and use them today. In a sentence, a conversation, or even in your journal. Trust me, the more you use them, the more they'll stick. And if you love this episode, share it with a friend who's also learning English. Subscribe, and let me know what words you want me to cover next. Keep learning, keep smiling, and keep being amazing. See you in the next episode. Bye.